I spent all of last night playing through a ton of demos that are part of the Steam Next Fest, and these are some of the best ones I found. There's a little something for everyone here, so don't just take my word for it. Go try these out for yourself. Genopanic is a Metroidvania-inspired adventure platformer where you explore the twisting corridors of a space station. This place is full of mysteries, danger, and a ton of secret passageways. Right off the bat, it's made clear that something has gone terribly wrong, and it's our job to figure all that out. This is actually a title I was not aware of before I saw it on the Next Fest page. Shocking, I know, but I will definitely be keeping a close eye on it now. Genopanic really nails that feeling of discovery and reward, and all I wanted to do was explore deeper. It seems like there will be a pretty even mix of puzzle solving, combat, and secret finding, although this short intro segment did focus mostly on the puzzles. I think what might become my favorite part of the full game is tracking down and capturing these GMO critters scurrying around the station. I also really love when sci-fi type stuff mixes with nature stuff and you get these overgrown and untamed areas scattered throughout a more sterile, metallic environment. Genopanic is set to come out at the end of this year. People who regularly watch my videos might be a little surprised by this next one, but I've had my eye on Eternights for quite a while now. This is a dating action game where you try to make the most out of life during the apocalypse. Good thing the impending end of the world makes for a great conversation starter. What got me interested in the first place was honestly just the colors, but there's a lot more to the game than just pretty stuff. Things start out with you setting up a profile on a dating app, and then all of a sudden there are monsters running around, you're trapped in a bunker, and your arm gets cut off. Eternights combines visual novel type conversation with flashy combat and these amazing 2D cutscenes that I was absolutely not expecting to see. The premise of the whole thing is pretty goofy in a lovable way, and I really enjoyed the interactions with the characters I've met so far and the voice actors who portray them. This one is coming out on September 21st this year, and it'll cost $30 US. From the creators of Severed Steel comes Echo Point Nova. This is a fast-paced FPS that has a grappling hook and a hovering board. Oh, and a sledgehammer. And that's pretty much all you need to know. During a routine research flight, your ship gets shot down over the planet Echo Point, and you find it infested with a hostile and greedy mercenary force. But we're not really here for the story, are we? I'm not the best at shooters, but this one really clicked with me. I usually prefer FPS games that have some kind of slow motion or bullet time element, but I think the movement here feels so natural and the enemies aren't that fast, so I was able to feel pretty badass even though I'm not the most skilled. Just like their first game, there are destructible environments, so you can kind of make your own paths and shortcuts and sneak up on unsuspecting enemies. Of course, there are abilities to unlock as you level up and plenty of weapons. No release date yet, but Echo Point Nova will have co-op, so you can play with your friends. Ends now, a break from all the action with Vaporwave Pinball. I think you'll be able to tell immediately whether or not this game is for you, but I've been craving a chill pinball game, and I think this might be the experience I've been looking for. There are 2 regular levels and a 3rd hidden one, so keep an eye out for that if you do try the demo. As far as gameplay goes, the ball feels pretty weighty but can pick up speed quickly, and the tables go with a clean minimal style rather than something busy and in your face like Demon's Tilt. If you're looking for a bit of an escape during work or school, I'd imagine this could be a chill way to forget about your responsibilities for at least a few moments. Vaporwave Pinball is coming out in Q3 this year. And now, jumping straight back into the action with Laika Aged Through Blood. Despite its cartoony appearance, this one gets pretty dark and it is difficult. This is a Western-inspired Motorvania set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It's the story of an oppressed tribe and a mother coyote warrior who descends on an endless path of vengeance to take back what her people lost. You'll navigate this world on your trusty motorbike, performing dangerous jumps, shooting enemies in slow-mo, and reloading your gun by doing a backflip. Yes, this is kind of hard to get used to at first, but it feels awesome when you pull it off. If you get hit, you die instantly and are resurrected at one of these save points, which means if you're having trouble with a certain section, you might have to replay it a lot. Laika Aged Through Blood has a beautiful art style, and seeing these landscapes become stained with the blood of my enemies made me feel a little bit guilty, but survival in these harsh lands isn't easy. No release date yet. An action game that's definitely not as dark and serious, On Garde is a swashbuckling, sword-fighting adventure. Battle graceless guards and nefarious noblemen in fast-paced fights, and use the environment, your wit, and your blade to teach them all a lesson. The best way to describe the game is that it's full of shenanigans. All the characters you'll meet are over the top, and really the whole experience is about spectacle. The fighting mechanics are pretty simple, and the real fun comes from kicking your enemies into various things, like a weapon rack or just the ocean. You can also jump, flip, and climb your way through this colorful city as you chase your next challenger. On Garde was actually created initially as a student project. The original team has reformed and expanded to increase the scope, sweep, and grandeur of the experience. The game is set to come out in August this year. Last but certainly not least is Sea of Stars. I've been waiting for this demo to come out on PC ever since it launched on Switch in February, and it did not disappoint. This one is an old-school turn-based RPG with a modern twist to it. It tells the story of two children of the solstice who can combine their powers of the sun and the moon to perform powerful eclipse magic. And of course, this is the only force in the whole entire world that can defeat the evil alchemist known as the Fleshmancer. In this way too short demo, you get to experience a bit of traversal and exploration, puzzle solving, and of course, combat. I'm not really the biggest turn-based person, but they definitely did things right with the combat system. You can even try to avoid it altogether by running around enemies, but that doesn't always work. Your defeated characters will resurrect after a few turns, which I thought was a nice touch. The music here perfectly sets the mood, especially in this piratey town, and it seems like there are going to be tons of hidden chests and other secrets for those who are brave enough to go looking for them. Sea of Stars is coming out on August 29th, and you can learn more about the game here.